improved a lot this year and get a lot more playing time. Just talk about him as a player.
Jakob is a coach's dream. I mean, he's going to make a lot of mistakes as a young kid in this league, but he does all the fundamentals. Coach did a great job, not a good job, a great job of coaching those kids, having them prepared for the NBA. They were NBA ready, doing a lot of NBA things once they got here. So Larry should be really commended of what he's doing with his players there, because Dwane and Jakob both were ready for the NBA. Now, the speed and the strength and the size of the game is a different story, and they'll get used to that. But really, really excited about Jakob. His basketball IQ is high. He understands, excuse me, you tell him one thing once, he picks it up. So really excited about his future in the NBA, and he's a big part of what we're doing this year.
Dwane and Jakob having to go through this journey together of progressing and getting better, how helpful is it to have them be together that way?
It's good. A lot of times I can't remember one good game they had together last year down in Miami. I said University of Utah, a plus 25 or something like that, and because they came in and changed the game down in Miami, a game we won in Miami last year. Both of them played great, so we joke a lot about that, and it's not really a joke. I mean it. They were the University of Utah. Larry did a great job of having them ready, but they're two beautiful kids. They're what you want your players to be about, character-wise. Dwane is cerebral. He's uncanny the way he passes the ball, the way he defends with his length. The future is going to be great with those two kids. They were great, two big pickups for us, for our organization. For getting them from the University of Utah. They having more out there?
Yeah, both of them, when they came into the program, took on smaller roles at first, and they've kind of grown into their roles as time has gone on. How did that help them with their learning curve to just kind of sit and watch at first?
Huge. That's a great point. It helped them to understand patience, understand how hard the grind is. I think a lot of times we expect young players to come in the NBA and just pick everything up, but they don't understand the grind part, how hard you have to work to earn and to keep your minutes, to keep your position on the team, to get better. It's a grind. I mean, it's 24/7. There's no classes, and so that process alone, I'm sure, helped those two guys as far as getting ready for the NBA. And again, mentally, they're NBA ready. It's just some speed of the game situations, some things they haven't experienced before, gets them every once in a while. But again, you probably get them once, and it won't happen very many times in a row.
When the deal was made with Corey Joseph, was that in large part because you felt like Dwane was ready for it?
Yes, it was. It was a business decision, and also too understanding the line. It was his turn. It was time for him to step up and step in, which he's done. That was a big part of it. And Corey, being from Toronto wasn't easy decision for the organization, but it was a good decision for us because we did have Dwane there, ready to step in. He didn't have the experience that Corey had, but that's what he's getting now. And our hard thing is winning and getting him experience at the same time.
Were you expecting a little bit more jitters?
Because we're not over, come back here relaxed and ready to play and ready to perform. We had a stinker last night. You probably have 4 or 5 of those a year. When you don't recognize your team, the effort, the intensity, the focus. I think hopefully you'll see everybody come out with a chip on their shoulder tonight and not have a repeat performance the way Denver took us to woodshed.
Wait, you just touched on that a little bit. Is that one of those games that you can wipe out, or is it one that can also then be a learning experience?
Well, it's both. We better wipe it out and use it as a learning experience and not let it become a trend. Yeah. That's your biggest fear, and in our history here it hasn't been, but that's our job as a coaching staff to make sure. I thought we had a spirited practice today, but again, every team in this league is capable, and I've said this for a long time. There's nobody in this league we can walk out and say, well, we beat Portland by so and so many points the other night. We can come out and just show up. No, you have a target on your back. You got to come out with intensity, with focus, because again, it's going to be the same type against a really good Utah physical, hard-playing team tomorrow night.
I looked at the numbers last night. I was surprised myself, actually. Last year, you guys only got beat by double figures 8 times the entire season.
Right.
Does that say something about how you guys have generally bounced back from losses like you had last year?
Well, we better. You know, it should say that. You know, we have a different team, a younger team, but it should say something about how resilient you have to be in this league and how you have to bounce back.
With international players, 10 guys on your pronunciation guide, has that been a fun, interesting challenge, learning to say everybody's name?
Not really. It takes a little while, but Valanciunas, it took me 2-3 years to get that one down pat. Jakob instead of Jacob, you know, it was pretty challenging, but no, it's great. Again, I say this all the time. I don't care for guys from the moon or Mars or whatever. If he can play and he's going to give it to the organization, to the team, bring him on. And that's what our front office has done, is scrounge the world. And again, it just shows how basketball has grown around the world, that you can have that many international players that are character guys, that are good players on one team. And again, Toronto's an international city. It fits us. Who we are, what we're about. But again, we still have to bring it against 29 other teams, no matter who they are.